Well, hello friends, Rick Bray with the Plick team at Broomtowga, and in this video I'd like to show you 3 different possible reasons why your screen on your Chromebook doesn't look the way you might expect it to be. Maybe it's too big or too small, something like that. The first is with like a magnifying tool that's done with a keyboard shortcut. So on your keyboard, when you look down, there's the control button, CTRL. And then up in the upper right-hand corner, I guess, there's the plus sign, the minus sign, and 0. When I hold Control and press either one of those 3 buttons, it's going to do something. Control and plus makes the screen zoom in or get larger, and Control and minus makes it zoom down and get smaller. So that's one reason why maybe your screen doesn't look the way you would expect. And I can usually tell that this is happening because if you look in the URL bar, the Omni box, next to the bookmark star, there's a magnifying glass. And that shows me that the screen has been changed from its 100%, right? And in fact, if you notice, when I zoom in, it changes. But again, when it's at 100%, you don't have that magnifying glass, but with all the others, you do. So Control plus makes it bigger, Control minus makes it smaller, and Control 0 sets it back to 100% size. So that's one possible reason it might be happening. Another one is they used to call it screen resolution, but now they call it screen size, I think, or something to that effect. But I can never remember where all these things are, and they typically change them or change what they're called. So what I usually do is head over, if you missed it, I click down here on the clock area of the shelf, and then I find the settings cog. And the reason I like to do it this way is because it allows me to search. So I'm going to search for screen, right? And when I get to screen size, right, that's what they call it now, I can set the display size. So I can either make it smaller or larger depending on what I want. Really similar to that zoom in, zoom out that we just saw, but maybe it's just not the way you expect it to be. I typically run mine at 90%. That's where I like to roll. You can go more or less. So that's option 2. Again, clicking on the clock area of your shelf, selecting the gear cog, and then looking for screen. Now, the third option that we just was brought to my attention anyway, I think last week, is the screen magnifier. And that's under the, what do you call them? Accessibility tools within here. So I'm going to say screen magnifier. So here we go. Accessibility features. When I go into there, you'll notice under display, I have full screen magnifier and docked magnifier, and that may be what's causing it. If I do a full screen magnifier, when I click that on, you'll see, poof, all of a sudden my screen gets bigger and I have to scroll all around, which is great as far as that's concerned, and I can adjust what the full screen zoom level will be, right? So I can turn that off. In this case, where it came up last week, that was the problem. The other ability that I have is a docked magnifier, where you can see up here, it locks it up on the top of the screen, but it moves around and magnifies wherever I am. But that's the docked magnifier. Again, I can change the magnification level of that. But I'm going to turn those off. Again, that way was by clicking on the clock area of the shelf, selecting the gear icon to get into settings. And then I looked up screen magnifier, but it was under the display settings in my accessibility features. So there you go. 3 ways you can adjust your screen display, if you will, on a Chromebook. Hopefully one of these 3s helps you resolve your issue. And as always, thanks for watching.